Hi folks, Declan Power here, manager of the Barbican Centre, and with me here is Marion Clark, and Marion is part of the Drogheda Creative Writers Group. So Marion, you're very welcome to the Barbican Centre, and we're going to talk a little bit about your beautiful poetry book that's now currently on sale. So it's the Book of the Trail. Tell us a little bit about that book.
Okay, Declan, thank you so much for having us here, for having me here today, and on behalf of the Drogheda Creative Writers, we are very, very delighted to be able to promote our book through yourself. The Book of the Trail, this was the brainchild of Emer Davis, who was with us up until last year, and she's now gone to work in India. And Emer had the idea for the book for the poetry trail around the town during last year's FLA, where we displayed our poems, which were bright yellow background, black writing, and they were displayed around the town. So it was really her brainchild. Then we decided, Susan Connolly actually walked the town and looked at them and thought, yes, it's an anthology, a walking anthology, and a very good one. So from that we decided to put them all together in a book.
Very good.
And here we have the end result.
This is the end result. And the Drogheda Creative Writers Group has been going on for a long time, short time?
Well, so apparently since 1988, Nuala Early was actually, Lord of Mercy on Nuala, was the founder.
Okay.
And it was going for a while there, and Teddy Doyle was involved as well. Then it seemed to, it went quiet for a while. There wasn't very much happening, and in 2017, Roger Hudson and Emer Davis decided to re-establish the group.
Right, okay.
And then I joined later on, and myself and Dawn Stout and Dermot O'Neill joined, and we're part of the committee now.
Okay, and how often would the Drogheda Creative Writers Group meet? Would it be once a week, once a month?
We meet in Sarsfields Bar.
Okay.
And we consider Sarsfields Bar to be our home, and we meet there on the 2nd and the 4th Monday of every month. We would have bi-monthly guest speakers at our open mics, which would happen on a monthly basis. And on Saturday, the first Saturday of every month, we're in the Garden of Remembrance in the Augustinian, which is a beautiful place. I'm not sure if you've ever been there.
I do, and I've been down there, and it is fantastic.
An oasis of
peace and tranquility down there. It's
beautiful.
Beautiful. And for any aspiring local writers, can they join your group at any stage? Or
Absolutely. We are delighted to welcome new members at any stage, any time.
Okay.
Whether you write poetry, whether you write short stories, as long as you just write, you're very, very welcome.
Fantastic. And I know when I flicked through the book, I read some poems and really enjoyed them. Now, I think it is a fantastic, beautiful book.
Oh, thank you.
And some of the authors, I know them. Some of them they're local.
Yes.
Most of them are local, I'd say.
Yes.
And but you've contributed to the book as well. And you've got 2 poems. It might be nice if you were able to. Would you read one for us?
I would love to read a poem for you.
Lovely. Which one are you going to read?
Well, I've written about I have 4 grandchildren, and I've written about 2 of them, and I've written about my youngest grandchild. She's Eva Rose.
Yeah.
She's 3. 4 years ago, my mum passed away, and I just feel since this little one came into our lives, I have a little bit of my mum back, because she's so like her. It's incredible.
How old is Eva?
She is 3.
Okay, very good.
She's 3.
Over to you.
Thank you, Declan. Thank you. Now, I have to find her. Here she is. Eva Rose. Oh, Eva Rose, with your button nose and eyes of china blue. Before you came along, I wonder, whatever did we do? Your light brown hair, it curls around your little fairy ears. Angelic little features, you hold my heart so dear. For each time that I gaze at you, a miracle I see. It's like looking at my mother's face, staring back at me. Your blue eyes shine with mischief, they twinkle oh so bright. They're full of childlike wonder, and filled with so much light. You have her hearty chuckle, the sound it warms my heart. You fill my soul with so much joy, I've loved you from the start. God gave me back a piece of Mum when he gave you to us, so miracles do happen. you've simply got to trust.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Beautiful poem. I was skimming through the book myself, and I came across a lovely one called The Butterfly. And as you know, written by Susan Connolly, and as you know,
Indeed.
one of our great local councillors here, Councillor Oliver Tully, passed away this week. And as I'm newly elected to the council, I did sit beside Oliver, my very first meeting, and we're all very sad that he's passed away, and our condolences do go out to his family and friends and constituents that he represented so very well for 25 years. So I'm going to read one, if that's okay. It's called The Butterfly by Susan Connolly. Today, Pisa alighted like a butterfly on my right hand. I kept still as a twig or a branch so I could enjoy from close up this rare moment. And it was just so short and simplistic, and I just liked that idea of reading that for the late Councillor Oliver Tully. So this book is available for sale.
Absolutely.
How much and where can we get this fantastic book?
Well, for €10, a copy can be yours. If you want to go crazy and buy 5 copies, you can do that for €40, because we're gone a bit mad.
Okay.
At the moment, you can avail of it at the Barbican, thanks to your good self.
Yeah.
In Clark's Bar on Peter Street, in the Westcourt Hotel, in Scholars Townhouse, in the Artisan Cafe, soon in Waterstones, we hope, because we're in negotiations about that, and we will have them available in the library too. They will be available in the library in Stockton Street as soon as I can get that sorted.
Okay, fantastic.
And in Sarsfields Bar.
Lovely. The
So
home of the Drogheda Creative Writers. You gotta be selling them from there as well.
Absolutely.
So well done to you and to all the team who've contributed to the book of the trail from the Drogheda Creative Writers. Here is the book right here, and available in all those areas that Mary would have mentioned for that very reasonable price of €10. And what a fantastic gift this would be as well, even for somebody who's maybe who's abroad, because there's lots of references to Drogheda and the surrounding areas and that type of thing. So so well done to everybody.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for coming to see us
you're very welcome.
in the Barbican Centre. We love to try to promote the arts here, whether it's poetry or whether it's anything to do with creative writing. We've got some great art pieces outside decorating our reception for the last couple of years from the Indigo Art Gallery. So we're here to promote the artists who are very creative in the town of Drogheda. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. And I'd just like to say that the book, we dedicated it to all past and present contributors to Drogheda Creative Writers, and especially to the late Teddy Doyle and Nuala Early.
Okay, thank you. And what we'll do later on maybe our Facebook page is we'll put up maybe a list of all those places where that